world news from our studio to you. And first major stories are the headlines for the tech of the world news. I am Rabil Lawal. COP26, Nigeria to reach net zero emissions by 2060, says Buhari. Siege on Justice Odili's home and impunity taken too far, Supreme Court. Come out to vote, Anambra elections will be safe, Abaribe charges voters. Death toll rises to 20 in Ikoyi building collapse. On a sad note again, another building collapse in Lagos. FRSC to begin phase 2 of Operation Show Your Driver's License. And to foreign, Mitchell Wu becomes Boston mayor. And sports, Igalo returns to Eagles. Now the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday pledged that Nigeria will cut its emissions to net zero by 2060. The president made the promise in a speech delivered at the COP26 Leaders Summit held in Glasgow, Scotland. He noted that attaining national and global climate change goals will require adequate and sustained technical and financial support to developing countries, according to a statement signed by spokesman Garba Shehu. President Buhari added that greater efforts should be channeled towards assisting developing nations to meet their nationally determined contributions (NDCs) commitments through the pledges made by the developed countries to provide at least $100 billion yearly. President Buhari noted that easier access to climate finance had become imperative in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, which really battered the economies of developing countries. President Buhari also told the COP26 Leaders Summit that Nigeria has developed a detailed energy transmission plan and roadmap based on data and evidence. He explained that the plan has highlighted some key facts that forces the different conversations. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has condemned the siege carried out on the home of Justice Mary Odili in Abuja by some security operatives, describing it as unlawful and an impunity taken too far. It also described the attack as uncivilized and a shameful show of primitive force on an innocent judicial officer. This was disclosed in a statement signed by its Director of Press and Information, Akonde Festus, on Tuesday. The Apex Court said it was deeply saddened by the incident, adding that it brought back painful and ugly memories of the October 2016 midnight invasion of the homes of their respective justices, with no satisfactory explanation as to true motive behind such brazen assaults on their collective sensibility. The statement added that the judiciary is a third arm of government and it should be respected and treated as such. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court says it has commenced an independent investigation to unravel the true perpetrators and their motives, while urging the Inspector General of Police to carry out a discreet investigation and make its findings known to the public as soon as possible. Senate Minority Leader Enyinnaya Abaribe on Tuesday said the forthcoming Anambra elections will be safe amid fears that the poll may be marked by a low turnout of voters. Senator Abaribe gave the assurance whilst speaking on politics today. I don't think low vote turnout is peculiar to Anambra State, he said. For a long time in Nigeria, a lot of people have not bothered to vote because they have always felt cheated and felt like their vote does not count. He said he was in Anambra last week and he went round the market to the universities and met business ladies and leaders, and everything he did was to tell the people to come out to vote because it's going to be a very safe and that people should not be afraid that there will be a lot of violence. There won't be. The skirmishes that happened earlier, what we thought was that it was designed to make people not to come out to vote for a particular end. And that end, I don't think it's going to work because we have now been there and talked to people. The state's gubernatorial election is scheduled for November 6th and will be contested by over a dozen political parties. More people have been confirmed killed and survivors rescued hours after a high-rise building collapsed in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. Reports gathered the incident, which occurred on Monday afternoon along Wesley Road in the commercial hub of the nation. While 4 persons were killed and 5 others rescued as of Monday night, the death toll and number of survivors rose on Tuesday as rescue efforts continued through the night. According to the spokesman for the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, 16 more bodies have been recovered. It added that 5 more persons trapped under the rubble have been rescued by emergency responders at the scene, and this brings the total figures of those killed and rescued so far to 20 and 10 respectively. The Deputy Governor of Lagos, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, who visited the site amid tight security, explained that the premise of the collapsed building has been sealed by the government agency in charge of testing for more investigation into the integrity of the structure. Another building collapses in Lagos less than 24 hours after 21-story building collapsed in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. A 2-story building collapse is said to be under construction in the Osakpa, London, Lekki area of the state. The building reportedly caved in after the heavy downpour of Monday night. Sadly, this is coming barely 24 hours after the 21-story building collapsed, killing many persons and still searching for dead bodies or probably being alive. In case you're just joining us, here is the world news coming to you from our studio BGI TV. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, in Lagos State said it would today start the phase 2 of the Operation Show Your Driver's License and Vehicular License ahead of the Ember Road Safety Operations. State Sector Commander of FRSC, Corps Commander Olusegun Ogungbeyinde, said this in a statement issued by the Route Commander Olabisi Sanusi, the FRSC Public Education Officer, yesterday. Ogungbeyinde described the high rate of permanent driver's license unpicked in the states. He also admonished all motorists to maintain safe speed, avoid the night travel so that they can always enjoy good road experience while driving. And to foreign, Boston voters have elected City Councilor Michelle Wu as mayor. She has made history by becoming the city's first woman and person of color to be elected to the post. Wu, whose parents immigrated to the US from Taiwan, broke a 199-year streak of white male city leaders. She moved to the city from Chicago. She attended Harvard University and Harvard Law School. She defeated fellow Democratic City Councilor Anissa Esabi George, a self-described first-generation Arab Polish American who was born and raised in the city. The contest between the two candidates marked a turning point in Boston politics, which has a history of fraught racial tensions and forced degradation. And to sports. Mixed reaction have trailed the decision of the Super Eagles coach, Gernot Rohr, to hand a national team record to striker Odion Jude Igalo, who retired from international football in 2019. Rohr included Igalo in his 24-man squad for the 2022 World Cup qualifying games against Liberia and Cape Verde later this month. Igalo had retired from international duty after the 2019 African Cup of Nations in Egypt, where he emerged the top scorer as the Eagles finished in 3rd place with a bronze medal. Igalo, Rohr said, the decision to bring back the forward was to prevent the team's young strikers from growing with the returning forward taking their place. Thank you for watching, but before we call it a wrap, let's quickly have a retake of the headlines for the world news. COP26, Nigeria to reach net zero emissions by 2060, says Buhari. Siege on Justice Odili's home and impunity taken too far, Supreme Court. Come out to vote on Anambra election will be safe, Abaribe urges voters. Death toll rises to 20 in a Ikoyi building collapse. Another building collapse in Lagos. FRSC to begin phase 2 of Operation Show Your Driver's License. And to foreign, Michelle Wu becomes Boston mayor. And finally, sports, Igalo returns to Eagles. For more updates and rebroadcast of our broadcast from our studio, you can link up with our 3 major social media handles on YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Please subscribe and click on the next notification bell for more updates of our broadcast. And on Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Like the page and follow the page to be part of the family. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services and coverage of your event and function, near or far, please call 070-3822-6160. Thank you for always being there. I am Rabila Lawal.